Discussion about the future of North Penn High School has been a topic since the late 1990s. After the addition of K-Pod 24 years ago, the 1971 addition has been patched, stitched, and held together by a dedicated and talented facility staff. As the clear need to fix both the original 1971 building as well as the 24-year-old 1999 addition, it is time to reimagine what North Penn High School should look like and how it should function in the future. Since 2019, the high school and long-term facilities plan has been discussed at community forums, school board meetings, superintendent community conversations, and sessions with students, just to name a few.
But Jamie's a teacher here at North Penn High School.
Our bus to North Penn High School's reimagined future allowed participants in person and online to see elements of what a reimagined North Penn High School design could include.
Value-added thing that's really coming through for you. Because right now, we have to determine where's it going to go and what's the benefit going to be.
Yeah.
And have you found anything specific?
The biggest thing are these collaboration spaces to give kids other places to work. That learning anywhere, anytime learning stuff is what really is hit people, teachers and students, as the most valuable part.
Our tour guides showcased how the building was designed for student success, incorporating all the modern elements of a sustainable, energy-efficient, safe, and secure building to meet the needs of today and tomorrow.
That was built in 1968, right? Let's say they moved in brand new, wood paneling everywhere, green, orange cabinets and countertops, yellow tile floors. So few of those people have a house that still looks like that. Right. That's like North Penn High School.
A modern high school design provides not only innovative teaching methods, but also the latest technology in security and energy efficiency.
I was amazed with how open it was. It was something, like the open layout was just so, it seemed so inviting.
The first thing I definitely noticed was the amount of windows and the lighting, which I feel like that was like a universal response.
Got a little jealous, I can definitely say that. It really reminded me of like a small college campus, you know, because obviously I'm a senior, I've taken those college tours. You walk right in and there's all these places to just sit down, do work, and I think that that's something that every school needs.
I think students would be more motivated to actually come to school, especially since we just sit in our classrooms for 8 periods a day.
It was a very, very welcoming environment, definitely.
The sunlight flooding in was super nice. It was a welcome change of pace from North Penn.
I think one of my favorite parts about this school is that in K-Pod, you know, obviously it's like the newest edition, and there are those huge windows, and it just opens up the room. It makes it more comforting, you know, rather than the tiny little prison windows that I can barely look out of, that just make it seem like I'm so much more boxed in than I actually am.
Students could rent out that one room and work there for schoolwork, and their teachers could still see them. I think those type of concepts would be helpful at North Penn, and I think having those areas that are actually designated to collaboration will help have a better school environment here.
It wasn't just that there were these like areas to study like outside of the classroom, but like they were close to the classroom. So it was like basically right outside, you know, and it would be so much more efficient if we got in groups and like we do in classroom. Yeah, it gets noisy. And so even today I was asking my teacher, I was talking to my friends and I was like, do you guys want to go in the hallway? And of course, you know, the whole entire school's really hot, so wouldn't have helped anyway. So we didn't, but it's also because like we would be sitting on the ground and like there's really nowhere to go, and even though it's still like outside in the hallway, it's still these walls, and there's no open spaces.
Being able to move around and collaborate in spaces outside of the 4 squares that we're in now, I think it would help so much with people grasping what they're learning.
I think it definitely emphasizes that the school cares about the student, like each student's individual needs. And when you provide that flexibility for each student to choose how they want to learn, how they want to sit, I think the students feel like the learning is more accessible.
I didn't realize how desensitized I was to the like closed-in walls and tight corners and everything until coming back to the building after seeing Upper Marion and how open things could be. It felt more relaxing to be there and less, not that this place feels stressful, but it's it's very crammed and it feels small even though it's huge.
You know, fixing and reimagining are completely different things. Fixing is, you know, talking about this is broken, air conditioning, heating, whatever. I mean, ours has probably been broken forever. Let's fix it. But then reimagining, and I think people get scared of that because it's a bigger project. And obviously what we're trying to do, what everyone's trying to do here is like take a whole 360 on the high school.
You can't put a fresh coat of paint over 1970s architecture and expect it to be modern because of the fresh coat of paint.
I think going to the school really put into perspective how much North Penn is lacking. And obviously, a lot of students here are very grateful for the opportunities we have. But when it comes to basic things like heating and cooling, and again, like the leaky windows and how isolated we all are in our classrooms, I think that the improvements need to go beyond just like our basic needs.
A modern high school design provides not only innovative teaching methods, but also the latest technology in security and energy efficiency. By incorporating these tools, students can have access to personalized learning experiences that suit their learning style. Investment in North Penn High School will need to accommodate enrollment growth, provide safe, secure, and healthy learning environments for all students, and upgrade aging facilities and infrastructure to increase opportunities for students to grow and learn in our ever-changing global society. This has been the journey we have been on to reimagine North Penn High School. And these are now the decisions that we will make together as the North Penn community.